Well, any minute from now, we can expect Manish Sisodia to reach here at the CBI headquarters. Before that, Delhi police has done all its preparations. Remember that before leaving from Rajghat, Manish Sisodia and other Aam Aadmi Party leaders tried to make an event out of this entire questioning of a Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia. But what we are now learning is that in few minutes from now, he will be reaching here. Remember that multiple layers of barricading have been placed here by the Delhi police. In fact, the first thing which I would like to show you is this warning poster which has been pasted here by the Delhi police officers, which reads Chetavni warning that people have been asked not to gather here as section 144 is imposed here. It is written here. आप सभी को सूचित किया जाता है कि यहाँ पर धारा 144 CRPC लागू हुआ था. आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि क्षेत्र में किसी तरह एकत्रित होना या प्रदर्शन करने की अनुमति नहीं है. So Delhi police is sending out a clear message that there is no permission of holding any kind of protest, and this is being done anticipating protest by Aam Aadmi Party workers. Let me once again try to show you as to how the barricadings have been done. That's the second layer of barricading from where we are reporting, and the final layer is there at the entry gate of CBI. And if Vivek zooms, you can see how there is a massive deployment of Delhi police personnel also, which has been done here. In fact, if we can zoom further, there are buses also. Those have been, called in here at the CBI headquarters. So here we can see as to how multiple layers of barricading has been done. In few minutes from now, we will see Manish Sisodia to reach here. Our other colleagues are also joining us, Anuj Madhurima, and also our senior editor Shawan, who is also getting us all the updates from the CBI headquarters. So what is the update which we are right now getting, Shawan, and what we can expect in few minutes from now? Remember that Manish Sisodia is reaching here and he is going to face tough questions from CBI headquarters. So what are your sources telling us, Shawan, the line of questioning which Manish Sisodia would be facing as he is all set to reach to CBI headquarters for the second time?
Well, first of all, it's a full optics on the part of the Aam Aadmi Party right now. They're making the most of it. In fact, the perception that they're trying to create is that of a martyr, invoking Bhagat Singh. The fact of the matter is that, it perhaps puts the investigating agency in a catch-22 situation also. We'll get into the details of the investigation, but also for all our viewers who are tuning in right now, to just give you a sense of what's really happening, how are we really placed, and why should you be watching only Republic Media Network as far as this big coverage is concerned. We have over a dozen reporters on the ground getting a minute-to-minute update. What we are doing right now is we're going to give you a sense of the situation just outside the CBI headquarters right now. This is right in the CGO complex where the CBI headquarters is. In a short while from now, we're expecting Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia to arrive at this place. This entire area has been completely barricaded. To give you a sense, we are barely about 500 meters away from the CBI headquarters, which has been completely cordoned off. What you see right now on the other side is barricading that has been done. On this side too, there's been complete barricading. That is only to preempt what happened last time, because a lot of Aam Aadmi Party supporters had already reached. They had closed in outside the CBI headquarters, and that is exactly why they are preventing that from happening. Now let's talk about what we know so far in terms of the investigation. Remember, it was last year when this FIR was first registered by the Central Bureau of Investigation. This after the Vigilance Department had submitted the report, and the Lieutenant Governor had basically recommended that the CBI basically looks into the allegations that have already been leveled. What are the allegations? The allegation is about an excise policy. This excise policy, which was brought in by the government of Delhi. Once the excise policy was implemented, the Aam Aadmi Party essentially said that this was an excise policy which was basically benefiting the consumers. How did they actually do that? We'll try and explain that in a short while from now. But let's just quickly look at the crux of this entire matter. What are the allegations that have been leveled against Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia? We'll stay with the visuals also that are coming in. We'll check with our producers to see where exactly Manish Sisodia has reached. We'll dip in to give you the live coverage of the movement of the Deputy Chief Minister as he reaches the CBI headquarters. But coming back to this particular case, the allegation against the Deputy Chief Minister, he's accused number one in the FIR that has been registered by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Along with him, there are about 14 others, which includes public servants as well as the liquor licensees, companies that were basically given the liquor license. Now, this excise policy, as far as the excise policy is concerned, remember, before the FIR was registered, this very excise policy, which was touted as something that is which favors the consumers, was withdrawn by the Aam Aadmi Party after the report that was submitted by the Vigilance Department. The allegation is very simple. The allegation against the Deputy Chief Minister is that the excise policy was drafted in a manner which led to cartelization and benefiting a select few players. And it was done in a manner that the licenses, the L1 licenses, were basically given to a handful, and those were the same people who were considered to be close to the Deputy Chief Minister. In fact, the Enforcement Directorate as well as the CBI now says that they have come across evidence to suggest that kickbacks were given. And how exactly are they substantiating it? They are saying that the kickbacks were basically routed through multiple companies, and finally it was essentially used for the political campaigning of the Aam Aadmi Party. So much so, they say that they have come across evidence of about 70 lakh rupees that was actually received as kickbacks or the proceeds of crime, and this was received through some of those who were granted the liquor licenses and through close associates of the Deputy Chief Minister, alleged close associates, if I may say so, Dinesh Arora and the other Samir Mahindru. And through Vijay Nair, the money was being routed to the Aam Aadmi Party. And all of this essentially being done so that this select few companies like Indo Spirits and others were basically benefiting from this particular excise policy. And this excise policy was finally withdrawn. We'll get into the details of each of the investigations. Those who have been questioned, we'll put out every possible detail so viewers, you get a full idea of what's the truth, what are the allegations that have been leveled. And as the Aam Aadmi Party wants to make it look like, you already have the Deputy Chief Minister giving himself a clean chit even before the investigation is far from over. In fact, when the first charge sheet that was filed by the Central Bureau of Investigation naming others, those who have already been arrested, the Deputy Chief Minister was very quick to say that there is absolutely no. We seem to, the Deputy Chief Minister has already arrived. Let me just quickly go across to Piyush.
We are now getting the live pictures of Manish Sisodia, who is now reached here. Manish Sisodia is now reached here. We are getting the live pictures of Manish Sisodia. Sir, what do you have to say? आप यहाँ पहुँचे हैं सर. You are facing serious allegations. Serious allegations आप face कर रहे हैं Manish Sisodia जी.
सर नीचे कर दो.
कहना चाहेंगे सर आप?
नीचे कर दो.
See the picture of Manish Sisodia, who is now reaching here at CBI headquarters. He is now entering towards the CBI office. He has been escorted here by the Delhi police officer. These are live pictures of Manish Sisodia, who is now sitting in his car, showing the sign of thumbs up to the media. He is saying that before leaving for CBI headquarters here at Rajghat, he had said that he is going to jail. But the point here is that there are serious allegations those are being faced by Manish Sisodia. Now he is en route to CBI headquarters, and we are showing you the live images of Manish Sisodia, who is now entering inside the CBI headquarters.